Nick Ball, yeah, I want that. WBC, Stephen Fulton, yeah, I want that.
I think he is a bitch. Excuse my language, but I think he's fair.
If I tell you I'm good, probably you'll say I'm boasting. But if I tell you I'm no good, you know one line.
Yo, what's good, Boxing Talk family? It's your boy, Dr. Boxing Talk, back for another YouTube video. Banger, man. Yes, sir. Yes, man. I know what time it is. The doctor's in the house, man. So check this out. My bad. My voice is a little gone. I'm a little sick. But we here to bring in this boxing news. And we got some news coming out of the Ray Ford camp, man. You know Ray Ford, he's doing this thing. He has a fight coming up on the undercard of Jerron Boots Ennis unification matchup against a Stanionis. You know what I'm saying? They're fighting for the WBA and the IBF and the Ring Magazine belt this weekend in Atlantic City. And Ray Ford is on there against Thomas Mattice. But in the meantime, in between time, the Ring Magazine called up Ray Ford and they asked him about Bruce Shu Shu Carrington, and he said this.
Bruce Carrington, I see you two going back and forth. What's the deal with you and Bruce?
I think he is a bitch. Like, he was cool at first, but like when he get on these interviews and like he be trying to be this person that like he not, and like I know when you faking it, it's
nigga, you's a bitch.
Now, you know me, I ain't always for the drama, but I do think this is interesting. The reason why I think this is interesting without taking sides is that I think that, you know, Ray Ford and Bruce Shu Shu Carrington knowing each other from the amateurs and stuff like that, and then them also sharing the same division at 126 not too long ago, I think this is a great potential fight, you know. And with Ray Ford, what he said about Bruce Shu Shu Carrington, it's so funny because in his last fight against Enrique Vivas, I actually said the same thing, and this is no disrespect to Shu Shu, but I did say that his little speech at the end where he called everybody out.
Call these people out. Nick Ball, yeah, I want that. WBC, Stephen Fulton, yeah, I want that. Let's get this working, bro.
Yeah, if you go back and look at my live stream during that, I said, man, it just seems a little fabricated. It seems a little forced. It seems a little recited. It seems like it was inauthentic. And that's, I wasn't saying that to be like, oh, he's soft or anything like that, or question his question his strength or his background or his pedigree, but I was just saying from the outside looking in, it just didn't seem that genuine, you know what I'm saying, of a call out. Not saying that he wouldn't fight them, but it just seems like, you know, his energy and his mannerism just seemed a little fabricated, man, just in my opinion. And it's funny that Ray Ford said the same thing because,
and like I know when you faking it,
you know, I kind of felt what he's saying. However, I will say this in Bruce Shu Shu Carrington though, and in his defense, Ray Ford has to also realize too, I mean, I guess he doesn't have to, but it'd be cool if people realize that a lot of times when fighters are asked about other fighters, they are indeed asked about other fighters. You know what I'm saying? They are working in the interview in the capacity of an interviewee, and they're just fielding the questions that the interviewer asks, you know, because Bruce Shu Carrington has pretty much been respectful in regards to Ray Ford. You know, look at his interview here when Ray Ford beat Odebek, you know what I'm saying, a little while ago.
Ray Savage, he closed out like the champion is, man. You know, super congratulations to him.
Yeah, Bruce Shu Shu Carrington was pretty respectful, you know. But then the interviewer caught up with Bruce Shu Shu Carrington that same night, and then he said, "Yeah, man, I'm here at this fight watching the fighters that are on my future menu."
See you fight the winner of the fight.
I want to fight whoever. I want to fight Bernardo Lopez. I want to fight Raymond Ford.
I think he is a bitch.
I want to fight Ray Vargas, Espinoza, whoever it is. I'm ready to get up in there, man. Like I told you, I just finished looking at the menu. I'm ready to dine in now.
You know what I'm saying that they're food, that he's going to fight them. And I don't think that's a bad thing, you know, but if I'm Ray Ford, I might take a little exception to that too. What you mean I'm food, bro? There ain't nothing sweet over here. You know what I'm saying? So I get the little beef, and they went back and forth online shortly after that. But I will say, hey, man, Ray Ford, you got to be careful, because if you remember, when you and him were going back and forth, Bruce Shu Shu Carrington warned you about Nick Ball. Check it out. And then, as you know, as history shows, right, as history demonstrates, Ray Ford messed around and lost to that wrecking ball, didn't he? So now Ray Ford is saying this about Bruce Shu Shu Carrington, and guess what? He has a fight this weekend against Thomas Mattice. Now, I'm not saying that history is going to repeat itself, but I'm just saying that this doesn't bode well. You know, you got to be careful. Don't let this man distract you unintentionally. I'm not blaming Shu Shu Carrington, saying that he's purposefully doing that, but that's what it's looking like. You know what I'm saying? So a little bit of time before that, when they had their Twitter back and forth, Ray Ford had a fight coming up and he messed around and lost. And now, you know, they're recreating that beef. And, you know, you could say that he's doing it to garner attention and make people want to tune into him, which is good too. It's a marketing strategy, but at the same time, don't get distracted because Thomas Mattice he's a veteran, man. You never know how it goes, and I think that it's imperative for Ray Ford to look good this fight, which I think he will, but he needs to because I think he's due for a strong, superb performance, man. But yeah, that's it right there, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that. If they ever do clash, I don't know who I got, man. That's a tough fight. I might lean towards Ray Ford a little bit. I think he's a little bit more savage, if you will, pun intended, like his nickname. And I think that if they did fight, it'll be at 130. But Bruce Shu Shu Carrington, I can't say that he'll be at a disadvantage because a lot of people have been saying that he's been draining himself to stay at 126. So I think it's a good fight either way. I think it'll be interesting, but I would lean slightly towards Ray Ford right now. But you never know, man. And I will also say this too, man. Ray Ford is he's been a champion at 126, right? And I would say that he's a little bit more experienced. But guess what? Another thing that he's saying is right is that he's actually younger than Bruce Shu Shu Carrington. How many people would think that or know that if you don't look at the age? Check it out. Yeah, Ray Ford is what, 26, and Shu Shu Carrington is 27. So I think that Ray Ford is further along in his career. But Bruce Shu Carrington on Top Rank, they are bringing him along slowly too. So it's not necessarily a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? It is something to note because I think the average person, if you ask them who is older, just based off of their career progression and where they're at in their career, I think a lot of people would think that Ray Ford is older, but he's actually younger. You know what I'm saying? And I would say right now at this point, he's more accomplished. But Bruce Shu Carrington is looking for a title shot. And if he gets that, then they'll be right up there neck and neck. You know what I'm saying? If he could win a title shot, even though Ray Ford's not a champion, he was a former champion. So, and he's on the cusp of trying to acquire another title shot. And then, man, you never know, man, we could get that fight where they're both champions. You feel me? So y'all let me know what y'all think about that. Don't forget to smack that like button. But most importantly, remember with God, we can do anything. Without God, we're nothing. The doctor's out. Peace. From the hood to college, both worlds they had to meet. 6 degrees between us, so cold we're about to freeze. But we're Florida boys, hot takes, we bring the heat. We're moving the culture, the engineers to the streets.